Okay, so what I was saying in the last video is really how important it is to dive deep and really see why it is we think the things that we do. We think the things that we think because of what we believe we deserve. And we learn what we believe we deserve as we were growing up. And like I said, the reason I like to make videos every day is because I like to capture all parts of my personality, not just the parts that say go fuck yourself. Is that the dog or the squirrel? I don't know. I got my dog and a squirrel in this yard and they are not friends. They are definitely enemies. So what I'm saying is I am really diving into what happens when we're children and why we learn that we're not good enough. And we choose different routes from that place. We choose to then be like, I don't ever want to feel like this, so I'm going to be the abuser. Or we choose the route of, this is how I feel, so I'm going to be the person that continues to be the pleaser. And I feel like we also kind of, like we go through different phases in our lives. I certainly see where I was the go fuck yourself person. And I was quite, I had a lot of rage. And when I was in relationships, I was the abusive person. And then I don't know what happened, but I became the pleaser. And it's like never stood up for myself, never spoke up for myself, never said that there was a problem. And now I'm getting to this place where I'm seeing both sides of it and allowing myself to really find this healthy balance where sometimes you need to just tell people to go fuck themselves. And other times you just need to lean in and love that person. And I've learned this a lot with my parenting. I've learned it a lot with my parenting because I've learned to lean in so deeply and it has saved my relationship with my children. It has made this relationship that I never thought I could have, especially as my kids being teenagers. I don't think I said that with proper English, but whatever. We have such a strong relationship. I have a great relationship with my kids. I have a great relationship with all my kids' friends. I love these kids. They feel safe around me. They feel comfortable around me. I feel like I'm killing it as a parent. Other parts of my life, not so much. But that's, like I said, why I like to make videos every day, because I want to share everything. If I just sat here and talked about my parenting wins every day, you would feel shitty about yourself because you're not killing it as a parent. Maybe you are. I hope you are. And if you're not, I get it, because I wasn't either. Parenting was the hardest thing I've ever done. Really, truly it was. Yeah, and when you find out how hard my life has been, like, yeah, parenting was the hardest thing I've ever done. So like I said, this is why I like to sit down. You know, some days I'm angry at somebody that I was dating and I have to set boundaries and tell them to go fuck themselves. And then the next day I feel a little bit more compassion and I just don't care to hate anybody anymore. Don't want to be friends with them. But moving forward, I see who I want and who I don't want in my life, how I want to feel in a relationship. And you know, it's also helping me have compassion for people that, because if you're hurting someone, you've been hurt. When you're hurting someone, it's because you've been hurt. Oh, there's my little chippy. You see him? He's so fucking cute. So if we're going to have compassion for the person that was hurt and is being bullied, we also need to have compassion for the person who was hurt and is choosing to be a bully because they don't know what else to do. Again, there are so many different levels to this. When it's happening to us or our loved ones, we make it personal and it's much harder to forgive it and it's much harder to move past it And that's all okay. I feel like it's much more important to understand who we are first, to get some strong boundaries, and then worry about having compassion for people that are hurting other people later. And I go through phases, like I said. So, I'm just looking at my little puppy dog. So, yeah, I guess what I want to share is that what I've been recognizing today is when we were growing up, there was this caliber of person that was very important to us. And what I mean by that is I don't know how this works. I don't know how, the universe or God programmed our brains. Don't know. I can't wait to, no, not that I want to die, but I'm like, fuck man, when I die, God, I've told God this many times. You need to set aside about a week and a half because I'm going to have a lot of fucking questions and I want them all answered. So, that's going to be a very interesting time for me, is to have all my questions answered, because that's what I do every day, is I really question the divine, like, what is going on here? What is the purpose of this? How does this all work? I think I have some really good ideas. Am I right? I don't fucking know, but it gets me through the days, and I'm turning into a much happier, healthier person. So I gotta be onto something. So anyway, what I'm realizing is we were programmed to learn from this caliber of person, which would be the most influential people in our lives. Our parents, pastors, priests, teachers, what else? Our husbands, right? It's interesting how there are these people that we were meant to learn from. What we were meant to learn is how to feel safe, how to be loved, how to be provided for, how to find our hearts, how to find love, how to become love, how to rest, how to play. These are the things that we were supposed to learn from those people. That, to me, is the divine. Our divine purpose is to learn how to be love, is to learn how to find the divine and become that vibration. That's what we're here to do. And so when something happens, when we are placed with these parents or teachers or in a world or, in a religion, whatever it is, when we're placed in those situations and we're not experiencing those things, we make it personal. We take it personally, and we are wondering, what is wrong with me? Why does this person not love me? How can I give more? How can I change myself? How can I get them to love me? I must be a failure. I must be worthless. There's got to be something wrong with me. And I believe that is where our core wounds come from. And, as I as I write books and do this work, I see things from many different perspectives. This is the perspective I'm seeing it right now. So some people might not resonate with this, and that's okay. I'm not here to help everybody on the planet, but I would say that there are a lot of us that could say, holy shit, I get that. I have felt that. I felt not good enough. I have felt like I'm a failure. I have felt like I'm worthless. I have felt like I need to do something in order to get someone's love. So the abusers are the ones that are like, I need to control this person because I'm not good enough to get their love. The people being abused are, I need to change myself. I need to please this person. I need to do whatever it is to get their love because I'm not good enough. Right? Do you see how we can play either sides of that? So what I want to do now is actually, like I said, every day pull a card from this deck that I created and actually do some